Hello, welcome to another Ready and Roll video. Today, continuing with a look at more Delta Green stuff. This time, looking at the Need to Know book, which is at least to my knowledge, print-on-demand product available through places like Amazon. It's basically the quick start guide if maybe you can't get your hands on the core books. You can more easily get a hold of this. As ever, this sort of thing is also available, in a PDF format if that's your preferred way of getting hold of books and things like that. That's available to you. But before we continue, I will do the usual YouTube shill bullshit and ask that if you enjoy this sort of content, that you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because sooner or later I'm hoping to do a Delta Green at least one shot, maybe extended campaign. I don't know yet, it just depends on who I can get involved with it and if they like the game, of course. So yeah, Delta Green, as I explained in the last video covering the Agent's Handbook, which I think I've put away somewhere, is very much made in the vein of things like X-Files, investigating weird circumstances and trying to keep the public safe from it, while also making sure that the public don't know that that sort of shit exists. So yeah, the Need to Know book is 48 pages, so it's a really thin thing. It's not a huge amount of information, but to get you on your way playing the game, it's quite good. So yeah, the OGL version 1.0, which is quite fun to read now after all the OGL nonsense that happened in January. Yeah, goes into a lot of very basic information. If you're fairly experienced with RPGs, a lot of this is not going to be that interesting to you. Mostly just what is an RPG, what is the handler, things like that. What do you need? How to be a player? A lot of stuff that if you're familiar with RPGs, you're quite used to. But I think Delta Green being a fairly different type of game to the usual D&D type game, it could be quite interesting to read through this to get an idea of what the game expects, because it is quite a dour game. It isn't a particularly happy setting. So reading through this might be worthwhile just to get an idea of, okay, so this is the sort of character that this game is looking for. Get an example of play here, which is always useful. What is an agent? So it goes through your character creation. Very, very basic character creation, mind you. It doesn't come with all the options that the Agent's Handbook does. So obviously it wants you to go out and buy that. This is just a taster of things that you can do. So it breaks down some of the skills, breaks down the percentage scores. So obviously this is a D100 percentile based game, based on what they mean. So 0 to 19%, dabbler, things like that, right up to lifetime mastery. So you wouldn't expect many beginner characters to have anything up this level, but at least some maybe up to 60%. maybe. But yeah, you do get a character sheet here that you can photocopy if you want. Bit more breakdown of the skills, character creation, some stuff on sample characters and the what's it called, backgrounds. Again, it's quite limited. Go to the Agent's Handbook if you want more, and then you get sample characters. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sample characters, which is quite good. So you could easily have a 7-player game of this, including obviously the GM, which is quite good. I personally go for a smaller group for something like this. But if you do have a large group, which if you've seen some episodes of Terra, you'll know that we do have quite an large RPG group, especially for D&D. Less so for Starfinder, but we do have someone new join the session last week, which is really cool. Really looking forward to you guys seeing that. Anyway, bit on the game systems, how rolling works, bonuses and penalties, things like that. A lot of stuff that isn't too hard to grasp. It's quite a simple game when you get your brain through it. Combat details, damage, and unfortunately death, because this is quite a brutal game. You will probably die within a few sessions. Bit on sanity and insanity, which I explained during the original Agent's Handbook video that I'm not a fan of sanity as a descriptor for this sort of thing. I think it's a cool system. I just don't like it being called sanity. Just the whole gamifying of mental health thing. It's just a bit fucking gross to me. Yeah. Preserving sanity and willpower. So, yeah. It's all quite simple, and willpower and bonds, which is an important part of this game, as I think I mentioned in the last video. And finally, I think the real draw for this book, for me, was the scenario that comes with this book, called Last Things Last, which I haven't read through and I haven't played, but the fact that it comes with it is great, because it's something that you can just jump into and see if the game is for you before diving into the rest of the content that's available. So yeah, it's quite a good book, quite nice, given that it's I can't remember how much I bought this for now. Don't think it's because it was print on demand. I don't think it was much more than 10 quid. Again, Arc Dream. And like I say, print on demand, so you do have a few blank pages in the back, I think, because it has to adhere to a certain page count. But yeah, great little intro, good enough quality. It's not gonna blow your mind, but it's a pre-printed book. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, as I said, drop likes and subscribes and comments on what you want us to check out next, because yeah, this channel doesn't really work without people going, hey, look at this, look at that. You know, like there's only so much that I'm going to look at before I start going, ideas. And it's just nice to see, you know, what people think of the content anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.